my way to Oklahoma. If y'all are tuning in, say hello. Figured I'd go live and talk during the road trip, answer any questions, chat about pretty much anything. Just passing some time during the drive. I'm currently in Houston, on the north side of Houston, about maybe 30 minutes from downtown Houston on the north side. It's kind of like the suburbs. It's considered Spring, Texas. Yeah, I know. From where Simone Biles is from, who fortunately got a bronze medal for jumping back into the mix of things. And this has to be the longest light ever. It's kind of an unplanned live, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, someone just jumped on. Who's that? Someone just jumped on, jumped off. Ah, this was the longest light ever. Let's see if I can get this camera to stay. What's up, Dayton? Dayton Valley Deals. It's a newer name. I haven't seen you around too often. Where are you from, Dayton? I'm on my way to Dallas. Actually, I'm up an hour north of Dallas to, it's called the Winstar Casino. I was there a couple weeks back and they mailed me a deal too good to be true here. Packing up an oscilloscope. I'm in Eastern Ohio. Man, I know those things can be pretty sizable. I hope they paid for shipping on that thing, because I've seen some vintage ones, unless I'm thinking differently. Oscilloscopes, they could be like freaking huge, like an old TV kind of deal with a screen, unless I'm thinking of something else. Or it could be, what's the oscilloscope? 27 pounds? Yeah, I hope they paid for shipping. That's crazy. You had to have some bubble wrap, or did you go dumpster diving and find some packing stuff? I mean, or you can go to Home Depot or Walmart and get a pretty big box for those things too, for like $3. Get a brand new one or whatever. Hell, for what they paid on shipping, you probably made enough to pay for that box, except gas money to go back and forth to Depot, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to it's a casino. It's called Winstar Casino. Styrofoam and heavy foam. They paid $60, and that's going from you to where? Hopefully it's not too far, I guess. And I bet you used what, FedEx ground on that? FedEx or UPS ground, depending on where they're at, right? Austin. An oscilloscope to Austin. That's like a music town. Hey, whatever's clever. I've seen a few of those vintage ones at estate sales. I know they could bring in some pretty good money. What'd you sell it for? I know they paid $60 on shipping. Did it close for like $150, something like that? I'm guessing between $100 and $200, depending on the brand and the model. Paid $5, sold for $100. Nice flip. And $60. So if you could get a discount through eBay on your shipping, then I'm guessing instead of $60, it might have cost you like $35 or $40. So you might have made $120 minus your $5 in fees. So if you got 10% off $120, that's $12 minus your initial $5, so that's $17. So you made like $100, $105 profit. after fees and your $5 original cost? I'm just crunching my math. I used to be really good at math. That was my easy things in school. I could do some good packing listing music for you. That's my fail safe, so if I have nobody in the live, I can just turn that on and play that during the live, so anybody that's watching this on a rebroadcast can at least hear some good music. Alright, what's happening at casino? Well, they mailed me, I went there a couple weeks ago, and they had, I gambled a little bit. I probably maybe gambled like 500 to 1,000, and you know, whatever I gave and take during the slots, whatever I won, I gave back a little bit. So probably all in for like 1,000 to 1,500. But I entered all my information and got one of the players' cards, and that included my address, phone number, email address, whatever. And then, sure enough, that was my first time ever going there. And then about a week after I got home, they had contacted me. They're already like pushing the comps on me so they can come back. And what they did is they gave me 2 nights comped for free, which the rooms are really nice because it's like a brand new casino, so it hasn't had time to like really get run down yet. They got a really nice pool too, so I can lay out in the pool for free. And then for gambling, they gave me $150 in free gambling money, which that's pretty good. And then they also gave me 2 free buffets, which is a pretty good buffet also. So all that is going to be given to me. I have to basically pay for my gas round trip, but you know, I get like 30 miles a gallon, so I'm not complaining too bad. And so it's like the trip to Dallas is like a 4-hour drive depending on how fast I want to go. And usually it's a 70 miles per hour. I'll go like 85, so I'll get there in like 3.5, 4 hours. Yeah, that's how the casino is actually located at the border, right on the Oklahoma side of the border of Texas and Oklahoma. So like literally like half a mile after you drive into Oklahoma, there's the casino. And it's on like an Indian reserve, I guess. So it's an hour north, approximately an hour north of Dallas. And Dallas is like between a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from where I'm at. So, you know, I just figured I'd burn some time, get on a live, answer any questions, just chat with friends of mine that, you know, I don't know, I didn't do a planned live. This is kind of like a unplanned, just fly by night, just jump on here. And I mean, I'm by myself, nobody else in the car or anything, so I figured I might as well talk to somebody who's on chat on the live instead of just listening to music, which is fine with me. Playing some serious is not too bad either. So besides the oscilloscope for 100, well, you're gonna make over 100 if you got made money on the shipping. Yeah, well, ask me in a couple days how fun it was, because hopefully I can win, and hopefully I don't lose like $1,000 on the trip. They have more than just slots, though. They have poker, which I'll play some poker. I'm pretty good at it. I've had some pretty good ups and downs as far as luck go on that. I've won a few thousand before on poker, so if I go on a run on that and win a couple grand, I'll be happy. They also have table games. I can play some blackjack or, you know, 3-card poker, or they have roulette there, I think. I don't know. I'll try that also. I've had some pretty good luck on roulette before in my past. But I had fun last trip on the slots. I mean, you know, gambling 88 cents a pool or $3 a pool, depending on how lucky I'm doing. Any other good sales besides the oscilloscope, or is that pretty much the big project right now, just getting that thing packed safely so they can't do a return on it? Did you sell it tested, or did you sell it that it was unknown for parts, or what'd you sell it as? Sold a Pantex. What's the Pantex going for? Depending on model, right? Gotcha. Is that like an older 35 millimeter camera? You put the film in and it winds and all that? There's collectors out there. I know that if you could find like some rolls that are still sealed in like the plastic foil, like however it came back in the day, if you could sell 35 millimeter film along with the camera that you list, you typically get a little bit more of a sales point. Same with VCRs. You sell it with a blank tape with the remote and one of the audio video cords, you'll get the sale versus someone else that doesn't have that in their listing. It's kind of like a little trick, a little sugar on top, if you will. So Pentax camera, an oscilloscope, those are good. If you can keep your sales numbers where your average sales price on an item is like over 30 bucks. Camera sold in 4 hours. Shit, I didn't catch that. Let me see. Damn it, I gotta get back to there. No. I want to see. Someone else just jumped in. I'm trying to see what your comment was previous. Top chat. Someone else just jumped in. Who is it? Say hello if you just dropped by. Let me know you're alive. I'm on my way to Dallas and then Dallas to the Winstar Casino, which is about an hour north of Dallas. So I've got about a 4.5 to 5 hour road trip, depending on how fast this goes. I got a pretty good lead foot, so I'm probably average. Right now I'm going 80, but I got cars in front of me, so I can't go faster than that. I'm kind of stuck in a situation. Okay, that's probably what your comment was. So it's sold for parts, but powered on. So someone that had the same one as you and maybe is going to break it apart to use whatever parts. Gotcha. So if it was fully working and tested, what would that oscilloscope have gotten? What were the comps on it? I'm curious. Yeah, we got another person jumping on in. Say hello if you're just joining in. I'm on my way. I'm on the 45 North 150 plus. So that's not too bad if you got 100 just for one that powered on for parts. And then after all is said and done, maybe like 110 bucks. Make a little bit on shipping for your time. People of mystery. Hey, what's going on, Ash? Some new names. That's pretty cool. I always like seeing some new people that I haven't normally had in the chat. So where are you from, Ash? Where are you typing from? What are your physical location of where you're sitting down at a keyboard, or maybe you're in front of your phone, who knows? Wish I had a better spot at putting this phone so I can read. Oh, Texas City. Gosh, you're pretty close then. Yeah, I started my trip from Webster, League City, so you know where that's at. Hell, that's over there down off of the 146, I think, where there's like a refinery with like a big flamethrower right off 146. Am I right? You probably know what I'm talking about. There's like a big tube that will exhaust out and they turn on that flame like once a week or something right off 146 in Texas City. If I'm thinking clearly. Yeah, you put onto the lawn chairs. Huh. On a garage sale. Yeah, I just sold some lawn chairs too on my comps on eBay. I don't know if you saw that. I ended up selling those vinyl, they were blue vinyl tube lawn chairs that you can usually get for like a couple bucks at a sale if people don't think that they're worth anything anymore. And I learned that from Kevin over at Commonwealth. I'll give credit where credit's due. And let me know if y'all can't hear me, if I need to talk louder or anything. I got some listing music too if anybody wants some. But yeah, those vinyl tube, if you want to, look on eBay and you'll see what they go for. Usually you can find those tucked away in the garage somewhere, especially if it's like an older estate, because they used to be really popular. And that's an easy like $80 to $100 profit, depending on the color and depending on the condition. You'll find them now that you know to look out for them. I promise you, they're out there. And then also the other ones that are pretty cool are the ones that are kind of like they have straps. They're aluminum chairs, and then they have like almost like not a plastic strap, but like a woven strap, and they're like different colors. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's like a grid that you're sitting on of like 2 or 3 inch straps, and they're just vintage chairs. As long as the straps are there, they get pretty good money. 4 people on the live. If you're now joining in, just say hello. Nylon, there's the word I was looking for. Thanks Dayton. You're helping me put words in my mouth so I can continue the chat and teach people some things here. So what are y'all's game of choice? Y'all got to give me some good luck and give me some good options on what estate sale with replacements. Angie is my name. Oh, sorry, Angie. You know, you probably have heard of Angie Resales then, right? She's got a channel. Her name's Angie also. In fact, I've been on a few of her lives. She's a good person. Good people. If they were assholes, I wouldn't be part of it. Oh, okay, so you know the channel. You know what I'm talking about. There's a good chance that I'm meeting up with, I don't know if you ever watched the lives, but Angie does a lot of lives with a guy named Bobby and JT, the cap guy. He just got back from Hawaii. He's back in Oklahoma, and I'm going to be in Oklahoma at that casino, and he lives like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours from where I'll be in Oklahoma, so I might try to schedule a meetup. Craps is where it's at. I know. Bobby, yeah. That's right. I'm going to see if I can't meet up with Bobby. I'm scared of craps because I'm not familiar with it enough. I've heard good things. I know it's a big swing, though, as far as money goes. You can lose a crap load, and pun intended with craps, crap load, within like a short period of time if the dice go wrong on you or the thrower sucks. But then if you got a good thrower, you can have a really good swing as far as profit goes too. So I don't know. And if there's something that I don't know very well, I tend to not want to play it until I get to know the game a little bit better, so I'm not dumbfounded or looking stupid or wasting people's time trying to join the game or whatever. I mean, I know I can just play like the money line or just, you know, whatever. That's a simple approach, but if I'm going to play it to play it, I want to know all the ins and outs. eBay is enough of a gamble for me. I like to think that eBay's a safe gamble, though. If you buy your items and you know that they got a pretty good sell-through rate and the comps are pretty good. I don't know how you source, but let's say you source at an estate sale or garage sale or whatever, and you know before you buy it that the comps are like $30 and you're paying $3 or $4 for it. I mean, you might end up sitting on it, and it might be a long tail item for 6 months to a year, but you know that you're gonna at least, you know, get your money back. If not, you know, make at least double or triple, depending how low you have to go before you discount it or offer 30% off or whatever. So what's y'all's best flip that you've ever done on eBay? That's a good question. Angie, I know it's not the oscilloscope for $100. You must have sold something better than that. And then Ash in Texas City. What are you selling there in Texas City? What's your niche items? Shit. Haven't seen you at the stage. The last one I saw you is at South Shore. Diane's in South Shore. Yeah, that's one of my like honey hole locations, is because obviously South Shore has nicer houses. Bought a Commodore 64 with 2 boxes, software and games. Yeah, there's some vintage Commodore collectors, especially if you get some games that are more on the rarer side. But yeah, back to South Shore. If I can find a South Shore estate sale that is being privately run instead of being ran by, like Diane's or whatever, that knows their stuff and does their research and tries to get as much money as possible on the first couple days, I'll still go the last day, but usually, all the pickers will get all the decent stuff. So I don't know. If there's nothing else around, I'll go on the last day of the estate sales that are ran by the companies. But South Shore is definitely on my radar for going in that area. And then like my typical like space is usually on Bay Area, NASA Road 1, the nicer neighborhoods and that type of thing. And I try to find the families that are running their own garage sales that have like the mom and pop homemade signs, and then they didn't have it listed on excuse me, on estate sales or garage sailor or whatever. Well, there's a prison bus I just passed. I'm going by Huntsville. Huntsville is where all the state prison is. Do not pick up any hitchhikers in this area. Trying to find the best possible location, and I might have to get like one of those suction cup deals, because I'm thinking I was on Posh and now I'm trying to explore my eBay. Biggest problem is posting. Are you listing through your phone or are you listing through the computer? Because if you're listing through your phone, you can rapid fire listings if you use your phone. And I mean, I'm not trying to, but because it's very user friendly. If you put the eBay app on your phone, okay, so you're already doing that. Yeah, I can rapid fire listings on my phone versus people that are using like the old school method where they take pictures, transfer the pictures to the computer, do all the stuff on the computer. It's just a mess. People that are stuck in their ways of using the computer. I mean, there's certain benefits, I guess, that you can tweak photos and use Photoshop through your computer or whatever and do certain things. But man, when you're trying to resell a crap load of items and you want your store to have, 500 to 1,000 items or whatever, you can't sit around and take 20 minutes to do a listing. You got to like take 2 minutes next, 2 minutes next, and just, find the comps of your similar items and sell similar or whatever, so it's already entered for you. So my progress so far is I'm going by Sam Houston. If you're familiar with 45 North, I'm about to pass the Sam Houston statue right here on the right. Maybe I'll turn my phone around. This thing's freaking huge. If y'all haven't seen it, I might have already passed it. I would have seen it though, I would have thought. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, well, I mean, I learned the hard way. Like, I tried to use my computer when I first started, and I was like, this is getting to take too much time. Because, I mean, who am I to talk though? Because I have so much crap in my storage unit that still isn't listed. It's crazy. Do you have a certain niche of things that you're selling in Texas City? Because if you have a certain niche, I probably have a bunch of those type of items in my storage. And I'll give you a deal. If you ever want to private pick my storage, I'll give you 40% of whatever the value is on the comps So you can more than double your money after fees. If you ever want to get some items and not have to drive around all over the place to find things to resell. Because I have too much inventory. It's insane. I have pretty much everything you could think of in stock. That's no joke. Long drive for me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Unless you're already in Austin with the oscilloscope, then you could, hell, it's only a few hours. But yeah, you're definitely not familiar with the 45 North Drive, that's for sure. I got 3 people in the live. So I know that Ash is here. I know Angie's here. Who's the third person? Who's Casper the Ghost that's just hanging out in the background, not saying anything? Man, there's no way I'm going to be able to hold this the whole drive, that's for sure. Yeah, I need to get something. Maybe I'll find during my stop. Don't they make like at Best Buy or something where I can like get one of those cradles that hangs over like right underneath? See, my problem is my eyes are so bad, so if I want to see the chat, I need it to be like close to here so I can read it off my phone, because my phone's not like one of those big, huge screens. It's a smaller screen. I think it could have been me. I had it on my... Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey, well that's cool because it counts as double towards the numbers on who's joining the chat. Can you hear me good? That's a good question. Wow, there we go. Irish luck. Hey, Edward, I need you to give me some Irish luck because I'm literally on my way from Houston up to Dallas, and then Dallas, an hour north of Dallas into Oklahoma is where I'm going for a casino trip for a couple days. And for those of you that don't know, Edward in the chat, he's from Ireland. I want to say up by Dublin, Ireland, right? I know I mailed you that package. Wasn't it Dublin? Loud and clear. Perfect. So what? It must be like midnight, or what's the time situation there? Yeah, you're in Dublin. Cool. I'm still waiting. You gotta post a picture or on my Instagram or something and tag me with you wearing the Bartermania shirt and hat at, if you could do it, go to the O'Darty's pub, the Darty's pub or whatever. There's one you said in Dublin, right? It's 7 p.m. Okay. That is, I already told my family about it, so no pressure or anything. All right, Ash, thanks for jumping in. Texas City, I'll keep my eyes out. If you see me, say hello to me at the estate sale. Yeah, so that would be so kick-ass. Next time you go out to, I don't know if you go there, if you've ever gone there, but I think we talked about it. Isn't there a Darty's pub, Dublin? They have a location? All right, Angie, thanks. It was good chatting with you. I'll see you next time. Yeah, so I'm wearing, there you go, I'm wearing my Ireland shirt. I've got my hat working. Drive safe. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going 75 right now. I wish I was going faster, but I'm trying to watch the road and watch the chat at the same time. It's looking like this might be my best screen. Is that better? Hopefully I'm back. I went through like a bad area. It said that I had a bad connection issue. Can y'all see me? Let me know if it's good now. It said that I went through like a reception area, and I think I know what it is. I went through like where the state prison is, and I think that they don't have good cell reception right where the prison is at. So I went through like a blind spot right off the freeway. Can you hear me now? Is it clear? Or am I still buffering? Because it says I should be good now, I think. If not, I don't know. I'll just stop the live and start up again later on. Here, let me know if you can hear me clearly or if it's still buffering. You're back again. Okay, cool. So Edward, let me know. The Donegal, how far is that from Dublin? Is it a pretty good drive, or is it like an hour, 2 hours? No pressure or anything, but that would be so kick-ass. I don't know, I might have to do something to pay for your gas or something if it's a long drive. But if you could wear the Bartermania shirt and hat and take a picture or take a couple pictures outside with the sign for the Darty's Irish Pub in Ireland, that would be like, I almost have to frame that, to be honest with you. And if I'm bouncing around, I apologize. Wow, that's interesting. There's like a plane flying over. I thought it was a drone for a second there. So if you want to see the freeway that I'm driving on, here you go. Damn it, I just missed the chat that you just said. Shoot. I just missed what you said. It's not too far. Okay, that's cool. Well, when you get a chance, go get some. What's the traditional? Isn't it like a shepherd's pie or like a stew or potatoes or well, I know what they have here that's traditional, but what we consider traditional Irish food might be different than actual traditional Irish food there. I know we have corned beef and cabbage. Like, we love eating that. I'll steam some corned beef and make some cabbage soup and cabbage rolls and gosh, what else do we have? Shepherd's pie. I don't know. I love me some corned beef though. Especially if it has a little bit of the fat in the meat. Oh, it melts in your mouth. I love potatoes too, so there's in fact, we had a discussion of it while my family was in town like a couple weeks ago. There's a Darty family reunion, and they put it off, like it's supposed to be like every 5 years, and people from all over the world fly in to, I think it's called Inishowen. It's right by Dublin. You probably know what I'm talking about if you're still here, Edward. Yeah, I think you're here. So Inishowen, and they have a website and everything for the Darty family reunion. And if my family flies in for that, then I'll be part of that caravan of family members that go to Ireland, and then we'll definitely, you have to see what's on the menu that day. Okay, so it's one of those where they have a daily rotation special or something. Very cool. Hey, if you go, here's the deal, Edward. If you go, let me know. If you go with like a friend of yours or a family member or whatever, let me know, and I'll buy, I'll pay or send you through PayPal or something, enough to buy y'all around a beer. I don't know if you drink Guinness or like whatever's on tap or whatever, but I'll buy y'all around at the O'Darty's pub. As long as you wear the shirt and the hat, then the first round is on me. That's a deal. What do you think? Pronounced with Enish. Okay, so Enish Owen. Gotcha. Well, thanks for correcting me. I don't want to look like an idiot if I'm talking online or whatever. So Enish Owen. That's where I think I already talked about this, but our like ancestry and we're like related to the Cahir O'Darty. You don't. I drink anything. All right. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Is it go by pints there? Get a pint of Guinness or a pint of whatever. What else is there besides Guinness? What's the popular deal? All right. It's a deal. It's on. Just give me a heads up when you're gonna venture out that way, and then send me oh, here's the statue. Look how big this fucking statue is. You see it? That statue is like the fourth tallest statue in the United States. And it was made of Sam Houston, which is one of the founders and people that's really a celebrity here back in the day for Texas and the creation of the whatever state lines and Declaration of Texas from Mexico and all that type of stuff. So yeah, send me a PayPal request, or I'll send you the funds to your PayPal or Cash App or Zelle or whatever you have, so you can get it's a pint of the black stuff. Yeah, it's a stout, right? I think it's a stout. Guinness is considered a stout, I think. So a pint of Guinness. So I don't know, however, if it would be you and someone else, or you like a group of how many people, but everybody who thinks they'll have a beer, just let me know when y'all go, and then I'm serious. Don't not send me the request, because I definitely want to pay for the first round if you're gonna go there, especially if you're gonna help me out with a cool ass picture, because shit, I'll put that on my my Facebook page, my YouTube or whatever, and Instagram. That'll be awesome. And then obviously I was talking about my family reunion when they go to Enish Owen, now that I know how it's pronounced. So Cahir O'Darty, which was like one of the popular people. All right, cool. So you and your buddy, tell them that you got a free beer on the line just to make a stop over there in Donegal to have a beer and a drink, or a couple drinks. At least get a couple. I'll send it through. Do you have PayPal, Zelle, Cash App? I don't know what you use, but we'll figure out something. That way you're instantly, you got the money in your account, etc. Did I send you the right size? I don't even remember what size of shirt I sent you. I ordered some. Gosh, I kind of screwed up because those shirts, they ran big. So I have a bunch of double XLs that are like really big, and I can't, like, I don't want to offend somebody by sending them a huge ass shirt that makes them think like, God, this guy thinks I'm a fat ass or something. So I screwed up. I should have ordered more larges and extra larges. Instead, I ordered like a dozen double XLs thinking they might shrink in the wash. And it sucks for me is because they're not shrinking, so oh well. He doesn't drink, but he drives. Okay, well then that's good news for you. That means that you can do a toast and then drink both of the freaking pints yourself. That's hilarious. No, he has to at least hold up the beer for the picture-worthy Kodak moment. You know what I mean? Or you can buy him a Coke or a Sprite or something. If he doesn't drink, he'll probably want a water at least. Get him something for the drive, right? So he's the one that's the crutch whenever you're drunk off your ass. We call it here the DD, the designated driver. He'll have a pint of milk. What, so if you have some spicy wings, the milk will hold down the spice? Do they serve milk at bars, or was that just being sarcastic, like a joke? So what's the traditional Irish like food that like maybe in America we don't realize that's very traditional, but it's very traditional there? Is there anything that's the most commonly go-to item in an Irish pub? Because I know that we tend to Americanize things here, where like our pizza, for example, our pizza here, you go to Italy and you try to order a pizza in Italy, like the pizza is completely different than what it is in America. And people that, you know, go on vacation and try to order a pizza thinking that they're going to get something like they're used to, they're very surprised at the difference between a pizza here and there. So I'm kind of curious if that's the same situation in Ireland. The stew. Okay, so the stew that they make in Ireland is completely different as far as the stew here in America, I guess, huh? Like we use like baby carrots or sliced up carrots, onions and potatoes, and then like not corned beef, but we use just like ground beef, like not ground beef, I'm sorry, like shredded beef. That's like the meat in the stew. And then we'll have like bread that we dip into the sauce of the stew and eat that. Or sometimes they serve it in like a bread bowl where they carve out the inside of like a big round loaf and throw in the stew into that. I forgot, did I say potatoes? Because potatoes is like a must-have in the stew also. Potatoes, carrots, onions, and the meat. And that's like a shredded beef. That's what we're used to here as far as the Irish stew. I like the corned beef though, and I like cabbage too, so if it's a good cabbage roll or something like that, or cubed beef. Ah, okay. So they slice it thin and they slice it in little cubes. So there's cubed beef, and then what are the vegetables and what's the like the sauce or the liquid? Is it like a clear stew, or is it like a milky stew, or is it just a beef stock, or what is the actual liquid part of the stew? Is it clear, or is it like cloudy, like a cream based, or maybe they use like a milk and make like a cream base on the stew or something? I don't know. See, I'm learning here. You're teaching me something here, Edward. In fact, I should know these things if I'm going to be wearing Irish all the time, right? In fact, I'm kind of excited because one of the slot machines that I'm going to, I had really good luck. Same as yours. Okay, so the same... okay. So the difference so far that you're telling me is the beef is actually like cut into like cubes, and then it's cooked with the stew. And I'm assuming it's pretty tender cubes. It's not like hard to chew or anything. So like ribeye type, or is it like skirt steak? Is it? I mean, I don't know if it matters. I mean, I guess they could do a really high end, like, man, I can't imagine like a filet mignon cubed meat. That would be amazing though, wouldn't it be? So I'm stuck behind this slow ass driver, and I got this truck. I don't know if y'all can see, but I got this jackass truck tailgating me, but I don't have a freaking choice because this guy, he finally moved over. 4 hours, okay. So it's basically you cook the meat in the stew for hours and it tenderizes and gets soft there. Gotcha. Alright, so we'll get over. So this, look at this truck. He's been tailgating me the whole time. Glad I had him on video just in case he tried something stupid, right? Gmail user. Oh God. I don't know if you read that comment, but I got some freaking troll here, Edward. I have no advice, Gmail user. You should probably log off and go to a different live, because that's not anything that I talk about on this live. I'm sorry. We're talking about Ireland. We're talking about beef stew. You're not a troll? Well, you definitely have a problem if you're making those type of comments on this live. I'm sorry. I don't know what made you think that it was okay to talk about anything like that during this live, but we don't talk like that here. I'm PG-13 here. Sorry that you have an addiction, but that addiction won't be solved during this live, that's for sure. But hey, thanks for jumping in. You're giving me credit for watch hours. If you want to ask me anything about reselling, feel free. Just not reselling any adult toys. Edward, if I made you a moderator, give you a wrench? Name on the chat, is it highlighted black, Edward? Because if it's blue, then I made you a wrench on a moderator, so you can moderate the chat, if you know what I'm talking about. So this jackass driving the truck sped up, and now look where he's at. Idiots, dude. Yep, you're a moderator? Okay. Moderate the chat and feel free to hide the comments if they're not appropriate, if you know what I mean. I think if you click on the comments, if they're not appropriate, you can hide or delete the comments. So, you know, if anybody that watches this in the future, I don't want them reading certain things if it's not appropriate. I'm trying to be friendly in my chats. I'm not trying to cause any problems. I'm not, you know, a doctor who talks about certain problems that are adult themed. Was it Dr. Phil? That's who I'm thinking of. I'm not Dr. Phil. Get on Dr. Phil and ask him, or email Dr. Phil. So how cool is that going to be? Because it is on our agenda. Oh, Edward, I think that they left. Thank God, right? Because it says there's one left, so I'm assuming that's you. And were you able to kick them off the chat, or did you just block them, or what happened? Maybe they realized once they saw that their chat was getting blocked. Awesome. Thank you. Good looking out, Edward. If anything, someone just jumped back on. Hopefully it's not the... And I called him a troll, and I'm glad I did, because you don't make that... Come on. Oh, God. He's coming back. He jumped off and jumped back on. Hey, man. Go to a different live. Find someone else to make comments on. I don't need you on this live. I'm sorry, Gmail user. There's plenty of adult-themed... look at this horse. This horse, they're transporting this horse, and he's got blinders on. Did y'all see him? He's smiling at us. Can y'all see him in there? That's hilarious. I've never seen people transport a horse that has a full... He must be loving it, though. Do you love horse meat? No, I'm in America. We don't eat horse meat here in America. You must be from overseas or something. And no, they don't make Irish stew from horse meat either. They use real beef. Cows. I don't know. In what countries is horse meat widely used? Australia. Wow, I got Ireland and Australia. Well, I wish that our swimmers would have done a better job and kicked y'all's ass in swimming, but y'all did really good. Not getting all the chat. Huh. Yeah, Australia, y'all kicked the US's ass in swimming this Olympics. Y'all did really good, so congrats on that. The only thing I will say is Caleb Dressel kicked y'all's ass. So, but Ledecky, that Titmus girl, she showed Ledecky who's boss, that's for sure. Ledecky got a reality check. Dressel kicked everybody's ass. He won 5. Yeah. He's back in America. He was just on the Today Show in New York. Was it Today Show or Good Morning America? But I think it's the Today Show. He was live with his wife had flown up from Florida. She was up there also. Seems like a good guy. I hope he's like sticks around and does the same thing that Phelps does, where he wins like 20 medals or something like that. I think it's bullshit, and I'll be honest with you, the crap that happened with Simone Biles is bullshit. That girl has been a professional. She's been on the stage, the Olympic stage, before. She's a seasoned veteran, and all of a sudden she can't handle the pressure? No. That's bullshit. I would have bought that story maybe if she was a rookie, like these other rookies that were there, performing for their first time ever. Maybe they can get nervous and get, whatever, the stress. But that girl should have had no stress. In fact, she's the one that these other girls are looking up to calm them down and de-stress them, because she's been there, done that, all that. But instead, she's the one that freaking caves under the pressure? No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, pardon my French. That really pissed my ass off. And she's representing the area that I'm from, where I live, down here in the Houston Spring area. That really pissed me off. So I'm rooting for now. And then they want to call her the GOAT. I don't know if she's the GOAT now after the bullcrap she pulled this Olympics. I'll give that to someone else, some other past Olympian that actually performed even when they couldn't. Like, we have video of, there's girls in the U.S. Olympic past that actually broke their freaking ankles and still performed even though they had crap on their bodies that was broken. And they still performed for their team. And this girl has go down in flames, try your best, but don't just quit. I'm not a fan. I grew up of not being a quitter. Like, if you start something, you finish it. You don't. And that's one of my biggest issues is I don't like them, like young girls that are like 6, 7, 8 years old that are, looking up to these gymnasts as somebody that they want to be when they grow up or whatever. And I quit. No. That's not proper. That's not what I think that role models and, GOATs of an Olympian should be like. No, I got a big problem with that. I don't think that she should be called a GOAT anymore. Her GOAT status is out as far as I'm concerned. So if y'all are curious on what my drive looks like, here you go. So you said it wasn't too far from Donegal to Dublin. So too far? Is that like maybe 20 minutes? What is it, Edward? I don't even know if you're still here. I see there's one person on the chat right now. Oh wow, he ducked out. Well, I have no idea how long the distance is. Well, I'm almost to an hour on the chat anyway, so that's what it's supposed to go for. Are you a reseller, or how did you find me on this live from Australia? I'm curious. Did it pop up on the YouTube feed as far as lives go, or like, did you out of Australia, or how did you know about my live from Australia? I'm curious. Oh, someone else just joined. I got a recommendation. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I'm getting YouTube recommendations. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm usually pretty animated on my lives. A lot of times I'll have some really cool items that I'm showing people that so they can make money on reselling. This, unfortunately, for reselling is not going to be that good of a live because I'm not showing physical items that I recently picked up. No to Mayo, my new house. I don't know what no to Mayo is. No to Mayo. Not too far from your new house? Is that what you're trying to say? It said Mayo. I don't know if your phone's auto text or whatever, it didn't do very well for you. But how far is Mayo? 15 minutes? 10 minutes? So the gentleman, the Gmail user from Australia told me that my live was recommended on YouTube. I don't know. Okay. I'm averaging 85 right now on a 70 mile per hour zone. Shit, I hope I got scared. I thought I just passed a cop, but it wasn't. So Edward, it's coming up to an hour. I'm gonna stop this live, I think. Appreciate both of y'all, actually, with the three. Well, no, I had four people. I had Ashley, I had Angie, Edward, and then I didn't catch your name from Australia, but Gmail user from Australia. It's been about an hour, so I'm gonna log off the live here. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you haven't already subscribed, liked the video, etc., please do. It helps me out. Oh, Jesus.